Hey guys, it's Caitlin from Chef Caitlin. I'm doing a vlog today from my iPhone because I'm not sure what's wrong with my MacBook Pro, but it's been a little bit silly lately, and hasn't really been recording the way I need it to. So hopefully my voice is in the same track with my face. So, hi! Wow, it's been a while since I've done a vlog, and I kind of miss it. So I'm trying to get back and will not get back. I'm trying to blog more often because a lot of you are asking about my training, a lot of you are asking about my diet, a lot of you are asking about just what's going on in my life. So today I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my training programs and where that's at, and where my performance is. So for a long time, as many of you have read / known, I have been and was following Outlaw Programming by Rudy. It's outlawcoach.wordpress.com for those of you that want to look at it. So I've been following that for a while. Really enjoying it, actually. It's a lot of fun. I like challenging myself in general. So just doing that by recommendation of my coaches was a lot of fun, but it did get kind of lonely doing my own workout every day while everyone else did something else. So what I actually started to do was, and Rudy, don't hate me if you're watching this for saying this, but what I would do was I would do Rudy's Outlaw strength and skill portion of his workout, and then later in the day, I would, that would be in the morning, the strength and skill. And then later in the day, in the afternoon or early evening, I would go back to the box and do the regular WOD with everyone else. So it was kind of a double up, but just adding a lot more strength and skill practice because that's where I know I need the most improvement. At least right now for this training cycle. This training cycle is really all about building strength, building endurance, and kind of just getting my numbers up a lot. And then winter is when you start to add more metcons and really add your speed element to all of that, and testing your thresholds. So then by another recommendation, by another one of my coaches, I checked out Invictus training. So that's CrossFitInvictus.com. And then on their blog, they post workouts every day. And what's pretty cool, I'm looking at it right now, they have a performance WOD, they have a fitness WOD, and they have a competition WOD. And so what I've been working on is the competition. So today's was 8 sets of front squats, 5 sets of muscle snatch and then stationary dips, and then 3 sets of a snatch, pull, and GHD sit-ups. So that was pretty cool. This workout was actually a bit more strength and skill focused. Sorry if the camera's wobbling. My hands are shaky. Post-WOD, my hands are always so shaky. So I did my front squats. What weights did I did 75, 85, 95, and then back down to 85 for the last 5 sets. So that was pretty cool. The dips I did on blocks, and then because I couldn't get all the way down like this, because my triceps are sore from yesterday's Invictus workout, which involved double unders, kettlebell swings, and push presses. So my upper body is smoked. So I used a band underneath my knees during the dips. So that's something I've been working on, doing competition WODs. That's the basis of my training. I could get more into detail. I might just do that on the blog, type it out a little bit. But my diet, as of now, is pretty strict paleo. I'm adding in more carbohydrates, particularly in the morning, and then before, during, and right after workouts. And then pretty much after that, I get all my carbohydrates from vegetables. I'm very high protein, high fat. And I'm actually seeing a lot of good changes in my body by doing that. I have more energy from eating more carbohydrates earlier in the day. For a while, I was avoiding a lot of carbohydrate, which I'm going to get a lot of flack for that. But I actually felt really great for a while, and now I'm kind of doing the whole carb cycling thing, where one day I will have more carbs than another, one day I'll have more fats than carbs, one day I'll have more carbs, whatever. So I'm adding more sweet potatoes, blueberries, apples, essentially just a lot of the low sugar fruits and some sweet potato, because, I do need some sweet potato once in a while. It does taste good. One thing I'm trying to cut down a lot on is sugar. For the most part, I don't consume a lot of sugar just by nature, because I know that it makes me feel like crap. It gives me acne. It just, I just know that sugar is not good for my body, and it doesn't make me feel good. But unfortunately, I do have a bit of a chocolate problem. So when I'm eating especially if I'm eating a lot of nuts and nut butters, I'll be like, oh, cool, here's some nut butter. I'm going to put some chocolate chips on there. And they're typically non-dairy chocolate chips. I like the Enjoy Life brand of chocolate chips. Often those have just, plain sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, or they have evaporated cane juice, which is still sugar, which is still no good. So I really need to cut down on my chocolate just because of the sugar content. So that's one thing that I'm really, really, really working on. I do have some 100% dark chocolate, so I think what I might do, actually, this is going to be interesting. I think I might melt it down and take a cookie sheet and just make my own chocolate chips. Sneaky. Or I'll just chop it up and put it, chop it up really into small pieces and put it in a jar or a Tupperware somewhere. And one thing, if you didn't notice already, my shirts are getting too small for my biceps. So, flexing. Wonderful. My shirts are cutting into my biceps. Yep, it's true. Shirts are cutting into the biceps. Can you believe? I can hardly believe. So, boys find that kind of funny. They're like, or just generally interesting. They're like, wow, sorry for the wobbly camera. You're all probably getting seasick. So, boys find it fascinating that my biceps are big biceps. I just had an ADD moment. I was looking outside. There's a wagon or something out in my backyard. I'm not sure why. And one thing I have been adding, this is one of my new favorite things. It's called BSN. That's the company name. They make protein powders and supplements. For a while, my coach had been, a couple of my coaches, they have all these different kinds of protein powders. They have Stronger, Faster, Healthier. They have Progenics. They have BSN. They have GNC. So one of my coaches one day, he goes, Caitlin, look what I got. And I'm like, what is it? And he goes, it's the protein powder that Rich Froning uses. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. So he pulls out this giant, it's downstairs, I would show you. But he pulls out this giant 5-pound red canister of protein powder. And I was just like, holy crap. And he goes, you gotta try some. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say no to protein powder. Gives me a couple scoops of this stuff. It tastes like absolute magic. It tastes like a milkshake. And it's just protein powder. And the reason why this protein powder is different is, A, it tastes like magic. 1, A. And 2, it has carbs and fat already into it. So, each scoop is 200 calories, 6 grams of fat, 22 grams of protein, and 30-ish grams of carbs, high 20, low 30 grams of carbs. So it's essentially the perfect post-workout drink, because you put it in your shaker bottle and you shake it and you drink it, and you've got your protein, your carbs, and your fat. And I know a lot of people say not to consume fat immediately after a workout, but the way I see it is, as someone who eats paleo all the time, with the exception of obviously whey protein, and occasional cream in my coffee, I can't help myself. With that being said, I do appreciate real food, and the fact is that real food does contain carbohydrates and fat and protein. There's fat in real food. So if I were to opposingly have a real food meal post-workout, I would probably have a ton of vegetables. Well, actually, I don't know about the vegetables. Yeah, I do often have like steamed broccoli or steamed green beans post-workout, but the point is there would be some fruit, some veggies, some meat, and probably that meat has fat in it, or it was cooked in some kind of fat, or I add a fat source like nuts, oils, avocado, something like that, because those are components of a real food meal. And, you know, that's what your body should be trained to do. And my body, I have trained my body to kind of run more so on fat than anything else. Wow, I have a stuffy nose right now. I'm really not digging it. So I've been talking for about 11 minutes now. I'm going to leave you guys with that fun update. Oh, and as for amounts of that protein powder, I typically take 2 scoops after a workout. And so I had 2 scoops maybe within the last hour. I'm starting to feel a bit hungry again, so I'll probably eat in about 45 minutes. Have some of the lamb meatballs I made last night in the slow cooker, which were unreal. Oh my gosh, they're so, so good. And today I'm making a giant beef chuck roast in the crock pot because I love my crock pot. So I'm going to go. I have to knock out a blog post because, oh, I miss it so much. You guys are my source of inspiration. The blog is my source of inspiration. It makes me happy. It pushes me to move forward and just keep trucking on. Ooh, and quick, in other news, I'm thinking about a couple of competitions in the next month and a half. So stay posted on that. I have a paper to write for human sexuality. I don't know what I'm going to write it on, but that's totally okay. All right. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching. Thanks for reading. Love you guys. Mwah.